Late at night, a phone call from the emergency room. I'm a neurologist. I see what you never see on vitamin ads. A 72-year-old grandmother, Mrs. Agnes, lies confused and unable to speak after what her family fears is a stroke. But what triggered it wasn't just age or genetics. It was a bottle, colorful and trusted, that sat quietly on her kitchen shelf, a natural vitamin supplement. This isn't rare. In homes everywhere, especially after 60, vitamins are swallowed with hope, sometimes on empty stomachs, sometimes in doses that would startle any doctor. Most believe vitamins only bring good, but after decades caring for the aging brain, I know. Too much, or at the wrong time, can harm, sometimes permanently. Even the right vitamins, D, E, A, B6, and niacin, can become silent threats. Tonight, I'll show you what even the best doctors too often forget: the hidden dangers of vitamin misuse after 60, the science, the stories, the ways you can protect yourself and those you love. Comment: I choose to protect my mind. Stay with me. Sometimes the most dangerous threat is the one you never suspect. Block 1, the illusion of safety, why seniors trust vitamins. It's a scene I see every week, seniors lining the aisles of pharmacies, clutching bottles of hope. Bright labels promise brain boost, anti-aging, immunity, and memory support. Sometimes the search is born from fear, not just of sickness, but of losing independence, of losing selfhood. But where did this trust originate? Decades ago, medical science pushed vitamins because deficiencies were epidemic. Today, food is more abundant and enriched, but the supplement industry turned vital discoveries into billion-dollar marketing. The reality, as we age, our body's needs become more specific, our organs more sensitive, and our margin for error vanishes. For people over 60, the way our digestive systems process and absorb nutrients changes dramatically. Stomach acid production drops, digestive enzymes falter. Some vitamins aren't absorbed at all unless paired with the right foods, timing, or even sunlight. Medications, so common in this stage of life, shift the risk even further. Blood thinners, diuretics, blood pressure meds, cholesterol pills, each can quietly tip your body into too much or not enough of critical vitamins. Still, hope is powerful. Everyone wants just a bit more energy, easier movement, better sleep, a sharper mind. That hope makes us vulnerable to the seductive idea that if a little is good, a lot must be better. But vitamins are not candy. They are potent chemicals, and the difference between enough and too much is razor thin in the elderly. A growing body of research now proves what I see behind hospital doors. Excess or isolated supplements, especially in older adults, interact in unpredictable, sometimes dangerous ways. And the worst? Even the natural vitamins are still chemicals, affecting blood, nerves, liver, kidneys, and the fragile vessels that keep our thoughts alive. Very few seniors realize that more is not only not better, it can be deadly. Often, the earliest symptom is not energy, but sudden confusion, or, rarely, the deep silence of a stroke. Question for you: did you ever start a supplement because of TV, a friend, or an online ad, without speaking to your doctor? Comment below. Block 2. Vitamin D. The double-edged sword for bones and the brain. Vitamin D is the darling of senior health. We're told to protect our bones, stave off depression, and wake up immunity. Yes, it's crucial, especially in those with documented deficiency, but it's also one of the most dangerous when misused. Let me introduce you to Mr. Roberto, 67. Heart disease in his family scared him, so he cranked up his vitamin D. Daily drops turned into a teaspoon, far above any recommended dose. He came to my ER with confusion, vomiting, severe dehydration, muscle pain, and irregular heartbeats. Labs showed sky-high calcium, a textbook case of vitamin D overdose. Many don't realize vitamin D is a hormone, not a simple supplement. Above safe limits, usually over 4,000 IU daily, but sometimes less for certain genotypes or with certain meds, it starts pulling calcium from your bones into the blood. It calcifies arteries, triggers arrhythmias, and raises blood pressure. The ultimate neurological threat, a vulnerability to both ischemic and hemorrhagic stroke. Worse, symptoms can creep up over weeks: fatigue, dehydration, kidney stones, hallucinations. By the time you feel it, your brain and organs have often suffered. Rare, less than you think. I see at least 2 or 3 cases each year, and I am only one specialist in a mid-sized city. Despite the risks, many over 60 believe more is always better, especially after well-meaning friends or influencers spread high-dose fads. Never supplement without a recent blood test. Respect your doctor's ceiling. And if you already get eggs, fatty fish, and even limited sun, you may need little or none. Early warning signs: new confusion, constipation, intense thirst, and a sudden need for nighttime urination after starting or increasing vitamin D supplements. Check your habits. Is vitamin D your silent saboteur? Block 3, Vitamin E, bleeding. Where you least expect, vitamin E is praised for antioxidant powers and is a staple in anti-aging claims. Creams, capsules, memory boosters all tout its alleged benefits. But for seniors, especially those on blood thinners or with fragile vessels, it is a danger ticking quietly in the background. Mrs. Agnes, the patient who opened this story, provides a chilling lesson. Desiring to protect her memory, she combined a multivitamin with E with a high-dose natural supplement after a friend recommended it. Within a month, she experienced subtle slurring and mild confusion. CT scans revealed a small bleed, not a stroke, but a microhemorrhage fueled by excessively thin blood. How does this happen? Vitamin E, over 400 IU daily, especially in oil-based capsules, impairs platelet function. For anyone also taking aspirin, warfarin, or even turmeric or garlic supplements, the risk multiplies. Most frighteningly, brain bleeds in the elderly often present not as drama, but as confusion, headaches, or temporary speech problems. Many are misdiagnosed as senility or mini-strokes until the damage is done. Retina bleeds and gut bleeds are also common, sometimes going undetected for months. Guidelines are clear. Dietary vitamin E, nuts, seeds, spinach, olive oil, is beneficial, rarely if ever reaching unsafe concentrations. But supplements, especially megadose pills, are best avoided without strict medical guidance. Elderly women are even more prone to bleeding complications, especially after minor falls or with untreated high blood pressure. Have you combined vitamin E supplements with blood thinners or natural anti-inflammatories? Comment if this is new to you. You could save a life. Block 4, Vitamin B6, the paradox of a neurotoxin in disguise. Vitamin B6 is crucial, helps form neurotransmitters, keeps nerves firing, helps turn carbs into usable energy. Its reputation as a senior energy pill is widespread, selling millions of bottles a year. But in high doses, often above 100 milligrams daily, vitamin B6 is a sneaky threat, particularly for those over 60, who have slower metabolism and less reserve. Mr. Elias, a retired engineer, heard that extra B6 could help him stave off senior moments. He took a multivitamin, a B complex, and daily energy supplement. Within months, he suffered burning tingling in his feet, numbness in his fingers, and eventually trouble walking. Nerve studies confirmed damage. He had developed sensory neuropathy, nearly identical to what is seen in diabetic or chemotherapy patients. The cruel irony: while B6 deficiency does harm nerves, overdose destroys them, sometimes irreversibly. Signs sneak up: tingling, numbness, loss of balance, stumbling, new burning sensations, night cramps in hands or feet. often misattributed to aging, diabetes, or arthritis. In elderly women, whose kidney function may be even lower, risk is greater still. Unlike fat-soluble vitamins, B6 is water-soluble, but high-dose supplements still overwhelm the ability to excrete excess, especially with slower kidneys. The solution? Rely on food: salmon, chicken, banana, potato, nuts, whole grains, eggs. If you must supplement, remain well under 50 milligrams per day unless supervised. Ask yourself, have you confused energy with nerve damage? It can happen quietly. Block 5. Vitamin A. The pressure rises. The vision fades. Vitamin A is famous as the vision vitamin. The truth, however, is bitter when it's abused. This vitamin hides in multivitamins, liver pills, cod liver oil, and anti-aging kits. Mrs. Helena, 74, is an example. Struggling with dry eyes and rough skin, she tripled her intake with capsules and oils. Within weeks, headaches became constant, vision blurred. She grew drowsy and confused. Her family nearly blamed old age. A CT scan solved the mystery. Increased pressure inside her skull, classic for vitamin A toxicity. How? Vitamin A is stored in the liver and won't flush out easily. Overdose raises intracranial pressure, can cause coma, peeling skin, hair loss, bone pain, and slow, mysterious confusion. Chronic excess isn't needed. Repeated smaller doses, even just twice the recommended level, can accumulate and cross the threshold. Women are especially at risk post-menopause, and if you have any underlying liver, kidney, or eye conditions, the margin of safety narrows even more. Safer choice. Get your A from carrots, spinach, pumpkin, eggs. The plant-based beta-carotene is far less toxic, and your body converts only what it needs. Supplements should never be automatic. Check your base intake, meds, and health status. Warning signs: headaches, trouble seeing at night, bone aches, new confusion, or itching skin after starting or increasing vitamin pills. Be honest. How many pills in your cabinet stack up to dangerous levels? Block 6. Niacin, vitamin B3, the vascular wildcard. Niacin, a member of the B vitamin family, is marketed for energy, cholesterol control, and brain clarity. But after 60, niacin supplements are a double-edged sword. Meet Mr. Arthur, in his 70s. Hoping to lower cholesterol and boost memory, he upped his niacin to over 1,000 milligrams a day. After a few weeks, he suffered nightly headaches, hot flashes, and once woke with a pressure so high he needed the ER. High-dose niacin, unlike food-based niacin, found in poultry, fish, peanuts, mushrooms, is a powerful vasodilator. It can cause dramatic and unpredictable swings in blood pressure, facial flushing, dizziness, and can worsen heart rhythm disorders or migraines in susceptible seniors. More seriously, people with undiagnosed arterial disease can suffer steal phenomena, where blood is redirected away from heart or brain, causing chest tightness or, in rare cases, stroke. Even moderate doses, 250 to 500 milligrams, can dangerously interact with antihypertensive drugs or cholesterol meds, commonly prescribed after 60. Early symptoms are easy to miss: insomnia, skin flushing, low energy, heart palpitations, blurred vision. Rarely, niacin toxicity causes hepatitis, high blood sugar, or gout. The most insidious danger lies in cocktails, B-complex blends, pre-workout boosters, or age defense formulas. Combined, they can push total intake well above safety. Food first is always best. Go for turkey, salmon, brown rice, peanuts, avocados. Supplements only under medical order and only for clear documented deficiency. Block 7. The cumulative trap. When multivitamins become a cocktail of risk, the supplement industry thrives on shotgun solutions. Multivitamins, anti-aging kits, and brain blends. After 60, these cocktails often do more harm than good. Consider Mrs. Eunice, 79. docile, compliant, faithful to her daily feel-good pack, including 2 multivitamins, a senior formula, and a specialty memory blend. Every ingredient, alone, was within safe ranges, but combined, she regularly exceeded limits for vitamin A, E, and B6. She began to forget words, bruise easily, and sleep poorly. Routine blood tests missed the connection. It was only when a hospital pharmacist checked all her supplements side by side that the answer appeared. This story is frighteningly common. Some blends aren't labeled for total content. Daily habits can quickly stack up risk. Doctors, untrained in supplement interactions, rarely check. Pharmacy consults often fail to include over-the-counter blends or products brought from other countries. The result? Microtoxicities that create fog, frailty, bleeding, or high blood pressure over weeks or months. Seniors are uniquely ensnared: less muscle mass, slower liver, kidney function, and the likelihood of multiple prescriptions. Best practice: keep a paper or digital list of every supplement, brand, dose, frequency, and share with your doctor or pharmacist at least yearly. Did you ever double up a multivitamin and a separate nail, eye, brain formula? Comment if you've ever checked your true totals. Block 8. Timing mistakes. When and how you take vitamins changes everything. The when and how of supplementing is as vital as the what. Some vitamins are safest with food. Others should be spread between morning and night. Mixing certain ones with particular meds or combining several in a single swallow can tip the scale from benefit to harm, especially in bodies over 60 with slowed absorption and excretion. Real patient. Mr. Leon, 65, stacked his vitamins to get it over with. He gulped A, D, E, K, and a B complex first thing in the morning on an empty stomach before his blood pressure pill. Within weeks, he had new headaches, trouble absorbing his meds, and a low-level, confusing fog that worsened after breakfast. The science: fat-soluble vitamins, A, D, E, K, are best with food containing fat and must be spaced from cholesterol or bile medications. B vitamins with coffee may speed heart rate or spike anxiety. Many minerals, calcium, iron, magnesium, block the absorption of medications or other nutrients if taken together. Night doses of D can, ironically, worsen sleep, while bedtime B6 sometimes triggers vivid, disturbing dreams. For patients on blood thinners, aspirin, thyroid meds, or diuretics, timing can mean the difference between balance and dangerous swings. For seniors with memory challenges, complex regimens further increase risk. Best habits: dose with a full meal, keep a log or pill box. Review all timings with your doctor or pharmacist, and ask whether any can be dropped safely. Block 9. The emotional cost, the fear of decline, and the lure of a quick fix. Why do so many seniors fall into the supplement trap? Behind every bottle, there's a human story: regret, hope, fear. Losing strength, independence, or memory triggers deep anxiety. The supplement industry exploits this pain, offering solutions that promise youth, clarity, and resistance to the inevitable. As a neurologist, my hardest encounters are not with stroke or paralysis, but with the heartbreak of patients who blame themselves for decline, when in fact, no pill could have changed their story. Mrs. Valentina, 85, spent thousands on anti-aging stacks, hoping to reverse her slowing mind. The result? Digestive upset, sleep loss, and even higher anxiety. She wept. I just wanted to stay with my grandchildren. Loneliness, lack of trust in doctors, and confusing media only stoke this pattern. My advice: accept the beauty and wisdom that comes with age. Real health takes time, nutrition, laughter, movement, connection. Supplements have a place, Rare, specific, temporary, never as daily guardians against the complexity of nature. The real danger is leaving hope in a bottle, not in your daily acts of caring for yourself. If you've ever felt that urge for the magic cure, you aren't alone. Comment: I choose reality over illusions. Block 10. True brain protection. Food, lived ritual, and doctor partnership. After decades of studying the aging brain, there's one lesson. Food, not pharmacy, guards your mind best. The Mediterranean and Asian blue zones offer their answer. Elders who live well, think clearly, and stay mobile into their 90s eat real food. Omega-3 eggs, fresh oily fish, sardines, trout, salmon, dark green leaves, spinach, kale, arugula, berries and cherries, whole grains, oats, brown rice, barley, walnuts, almonds, olive oil, avocado. No megadose supplement can replicate the rich interplay of nutrients, fibers, and antioxidants alive in such meals. Where problems do exist, malabsorption, medications, disease, a good doctor or nutritionist intervenes with tests, targeted short-term support, and ongoing monitoring. Ritual, not revolution, brings longevity, steady meals, walks, sleep as a sacred practice, avoiding excess, and sharing laughter and stories with friends and family. My challenge: write down a simple, colorful menu for tomorrow. Double your vegetables, honor every meal, never eat alone if possible, and review your supplement list with a professional at least once a year. True brain protection lies in patience, in connection, and in the humility to ask for help, never in overpromising bottles. Comment: I protect my brain with real food. Share this with a friend. Knowledge is the first ingredient of health. So, if you remember only one lesson tonight, make it this. After 60, your brain's truest guards are caution, balance, and respect for your own biology. Supplements can save lives, but their careless use steals clarity, independence, and years. Seek counsel, foster good habits, and never abandon the wisdom of a meal cooked over pills poured. Comment below. I choose wisdom, not shortcuts. Subscribe, like, and share. You may save a life, your own, or someone you deeply love. The path to a healthy brain is not found in a bottle, but in the quiet daily acts of care.